I'm gonna send another email in a minute, but we'll get this meeting started. So welcome to this PR workshop. This is a little bit different than what we're normally used to. Normally, we try to provide information about marketing, branding, materials, communication stuff, but this one I thought it was pretty important that we started to spread the word about the upcoming iGNITE Festival on June 15th. Oh, we got feedback.
Carol's got two of them on.
Can you mute Carol real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to talk about the iGNITE Festival, and I thought it would be important to bring on some committee members to kind of talk about their areas and what to expect. And the whole goal is to try to gather as much information about this event so you can take this information back to your clubs and share it with everybody in your club. And if there are ways in your community to share it to your community. So I want to get started with our district governor, Jamie. Then she's gonna kind of introduce the whole vision about this event.
Hi, thank you, Dan, and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. So the vision for the iGNITE Festival is this is a community outreach as well as our year-end celebration. So obviously Rotary is the best known secret in the world. So the impetus is to have the clubs participate, show what they do in their communities by having a club, I'll call it for lack of a better word, booth, easy up, whatever you'd like to call it. So bring that, have all your community projects, fundraising projects that you do, showcase all the wonderful things that are happening in your community. And we obviously are extending this across the entire greater Inland Empire. We are hoping to have a minimum of 700 people. We're shooting for a whole lot higher than that, but that's at least our minimal goal. And it's a day to have fun. It's a day to be with your families. That was something that was really important to our Rotarians, is that as we move forward, we do things that are very family oriented. So bring your kids, your grandkids, come out for a day of fun. Judy's going to talk about the barbecue competition. We've got entertainment. We have all kinds of activities, both family and youth activities. And of course, recognizing the clubs and their accomplishments. But this is a large, very large community outreach to help get us out there. People know who we are, and hopefully get some additional membership from it. So that's what it is in a nutshell. It is being focused from a advertising standpoint and a sponsorship standpoint to help support the mental health initiative that I'm working with the county school systems on. So everything that we get in over our costs is going to be put back into the communities within the greater Inland Empire into mental health education and awareness.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Judy, do you mind talking to us a little bit about the barbecue portion of this event?
Sure, not a problem. Thank you for inviting me. The barbecue competition that is going to be a part of this event is a Kansas City Barbecue Society sanctioned Master Series event. And what that means is these are professional, or well, they're competitive barbecue teams that travel all over, literally all over the world. But most of the teams that will be joining us are California, Arizona based teams that compete for points at several competitions. So there's three types of teams. There's the type of team that just competes, and their whole goal is to try to get the best points possible and also win some of the money, because there are cash prizes for the top winners. So they're going to be looking to win the money and win the notoriety of being the best team in whichever meet that they succeed in doing so. Then we have teams that are both competing and providing people's choice. That means some teams will be not only cooking the meat that they will be using for their barbecue competition, but also additional meat and sides that they will be serving to the public. We have a lot of food trucks also that will be serving to the public, so there's a little mix of both. And then we have another type of team that is just what we call people's choice only. So they're not competing, they're not trying to win part of the prize, but they're being basically one of the vendors, and they're barbecuing just for the sake of the guests that are going to be joining us. There's actually one other type of team, and that is the teams that the clubs are going to bring. So if you have somebody in your club that likes to barbecue, we will be doing a single meat, most likely ribs, competition that will be outside of the Kansas City Barbecue Society competition, but will be something we're doing just as our district. And you can have more than one barbecue team from your club if you would like. We already have one team from Temecula. I think another team is coming in from Temecula. It only costs $50 for the club teams to participate. The barbecue competition will take place on Saturday itself. The judging is one of the things that is not visible to the public, but the competition itself, the teams actually cooking, the teams out there, when the award ceremony, all of that is going to be part of the festivities that are wrapped into this wonderful Ignite event.
Judy, regarding the club teams,
Mm-hmm.
will the meat be provided, or are you going to announce what the meat is in advance and we'll bring our own meat as far as that goes?
Yeah, you'll bring your own meat. It's going to be ribs. We're working on the rules to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Okay, and as far as if you knew someone that wanted to sign up for the Kansas City Barbecue actual competition, is it through their website?
No,
And
it's on our website. It's on the
okay.
Ignite website.
And who's selecting the judges?
The judges are all Kansas City Barbecue Society judges that have gone through the judging program. Those were selected on the Kansas City Barbecue Society website. I went ahead and had them sign up there. We already have, oh, look at you, you're a KCBS judge. So we already have 56 judges. We already have 56 judges that are, so they're, have signed up. We may not use all of them. We might use all of them, but we put the stop on getting any more judges because we want to first communicate to these judges, get our lineup all set to go. And since Bruce, you know how the process is, so you understand how that all works.
Okay, cool.
Yes, Stephen.
Yeah, hi, Judy. Just a little history. My former club that I was called Summit County Rotary in Colorado, and we held a barbecue event with KCBS. We would have up to 80 teams that were participating, and it was open to the public. And that weekend, we would get up to 25,000 people. So,
well, that's what we would love to grow to. This is
right.
new.
So,
and for those of you that have done competitions, we have a competition on the first part of June, and we have a competition on a different competition on the first. Ours is in the middle, and then there's one at the end. So
yeah, I was curious how many days this was going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned in some of the material that we will be getting tickets or a couple of tickets to the different vendors to sample their barbecue, because that's how they get their money back and their prizes and everything else. How do you purchase more tickets, and how much is that, and how is that involved?
I will let either Dwight, Don, or Jamie answer that question.
So what we're doing is at the venue, we will have packages of 10 tickets, which is $10. And so you can purchase as many as you would like. And each vendor, as well as each of the barbecue competitors, will have their price set, and you will give them however many tickets they're asking for. Each ticket's worth $1.
Yeah, it used to be 3 or 4 tickets and things like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions about the barbecue portion? All right, so this might be for DG, Jamie, and Dwight. Do you guys want to both talk about the camping and the possible hotel accommodations?
I'll go ahead if you want. You
Yeah, Dwight will go ahead and talk about that.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good. There are 3 campgrounds at the Lake Skinner, A, B, and C. We have reserved all of campground A for Rotary Ignite Festival attendees. You can book those directly through me. The information is on the Ignite West Festival website at district5330.org/ignite. We have campsites for RVs as well as tent, where there are campsites that are, no hookup, partial hookup, which basically has electrical and water, and then full hookup, which also has the sewage or sewer. Right now, we've actually already sold almost 20% of the campgrounds or campsites in campground A are sold out. So they're going pretty quick. So if you have an interest in either, bringing your own RV down, or you can rent an RV, and we have a couple locations that you can contact that have access to RVs you can rent, and it's more of a turnkey where they would literally bring the RV down, set it up at your campsite. They'll hand you the keys, on Friday. You'd have it until Sunday, and then you just turn the keys back and walk away. There's also accommodations outside of the camping and surrounding hotels and stuff like that. You can find also on the website information. But if you are interested in a campsite, please call me. My number's on there, as well as my email, or you can also contact me through the website itself, the Contact Us page, and I'll be happy to arrange a campsite for you. Any questions?
There's some information in the chat about parking.
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything?
Yeah, we're playing because of the echo here. We're trying to coordinate between Jamie and I, who has the volume on and who has it off.
So
Okay,
Jamie
no, my
said
volume is off right now. Okay,
there's
hold on.
normally a parking fee, but the parking fee is included in the ticket price. So
Correct.
you won't have to worry about that.
The entrance fee is included in the ticket price for the admission. Now, if you do bring pets, though, there is a pet fee. I believe it's $2 per pet with a maximum of 3 pets, and you will have to pay the pet fee directly to Lake Skinner.
So what is the entrance fee for the Ignite Festival?
The entrance fee itself will include.
Dollar amount.
Pardon me?
The dollar amount.
The dollar amount is $75 for adults, $45 for children, 6 through 15, and any child, what we call toddler, 5 and under, is free.
So anybody that comes, including Rotarians, are going to pay $75?
Correct.
And what are they getting other than the joy of meeting us?
Well, you have continuous entertainment running from 10 a.m. all the way through 6 p.m. You have the barbecue, you have the food trucks, you have youth activities, you have family activities. There's a splash pad there. There's going to be bounce houses. There's all kinds of stuff for, both adults and kids to do. The award ceremony for the Rotarians. There's a lot of activities that are going to be going on.
Tell them about samples in there.
And then, the tickets itself, the admission ticket includes either, for adults, it includes either a beer or wine glass, your choice. It includes a sample of either beer or wine, 2 samples of the barbecue, and admission to Lake Skinner. I think I also said complimentary beer or wine glass. And then, like I said, all the entertainment, and it's really a full day of activities. It's a phenomenal value, truly, with everything you're getting.
Dwight, oh, go ahead. Sorry, Linda.
I just want to know, is there a flyer or something we could be pushing around our club?
Yes,
Yeah.
the flyers were sent out through the DAC-DB thing probably about 2 weeks ago.
March 10th.
On March 10th. So look for that. In fact, there's going to be a campaign of going on of, resending a lot of this information on a very repetitive basis. So I'm certain in the next probably 24 to 48 hours, if you're asking about this, that we'll make certain we send it out again. So definitely watch for it coming from DAC-DB. It'll be, like the admissions, and there's a flyer attached. We've also attached a sponsorship flyer to an earlier one. Now the sponsorship flyer has been updated, so you'd want to make sure that you get the latest sponsorship flyer that will be coming out either today or tomorrow.
Talk about the people served.
Oh, and
And-
also in terms of, I don't know, let me see on the agenda what also is here, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes as to.
Yeah, no, what we'll
There-
do is we'll go back to the Dan Goodrich, just so he can kind of talk about maybe the ticketing, if he has some information about that, and the website, because he's the one that's been developing that website for a while. First we'll ask Charlotte, you have a question real quick?
I just had a question. I know it includes beer, wine, and 2 barbecue samples. What is it cost for an additional, like, if you wanted more barbecue or more beer and wine?
Dwight, did you hear
So
that question?
You'll purchase the tickets, which are in packs of 10. So it's $10, and whatever the cost is from the vendor, that is how many tickets that you will give them.
We're expecting for the beer will be $8, around $8.
Okay, so beer is expected to be around $8, and I don't have a price yet for additional glasses of wine.
But these are all subject to change by the vendor.
So, did that answer your question, Charlotte? Okay. So I want to go back to Dan Goodrich, because he's been working on this website for a while. All of the details are on this website. So Dan, if you want to kind of go through and explain that, maybe that might be helpful.
Sure. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Judy just popped the URL in the chat box. So if you click on that, it'll take you right over to the website page, and you can see across the top that the very first one, and highlighted in blue, is where you would buy your tickets. But there's also sponsorship information on there, and as the activities that Dwight was talking about, plus there's a community service project being put on, and I'll let Jackie get into that. But even if you can't go, let's donate, right? There's a donate button there. So we got all kinds of stuff on the website, frequently asked questions. There's a whole bunch of stuff about the accommodations on whether you're staying there or want to stay in a hotel close by. It's pretty good. I mean, if you take a look at it, there's a lot of information on there. I don't know if there's questions over it, but everything is really running through PayPal right now through the district, and you're going to register and pay for everything off this website page. And it is the same website page that the public is going to. So everything is pretty uniform that way. Now, as far as the tickets go, you're going to pre-register. You're going to get there, and you're going to come in through the main entrance. And we're going to have a registration team there that'll be set up at tables with some pop-ups, and you'll walk up and grab your little packet from them, just like we do at most events. If you have not paid and you walk up, there'll be a table for you to pay right there. But you can expect to wait a little longer, okay? And then inside, there's a, I don't want to call it a beer garden, but there is a place for adult beverages, we'll say. And somewhere in that area, there'll be a table where you can buy additional tickets for either barbecue or the adult beverages. Now, keep in mind, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about this crew here, okay? But you are going to be asked if you're 21. Okay, so if you're not 21, we're going to have trouble with you. But Now, we're gonna have a way of marking you and making sure that you're of age to go in, and it's kind of a requirement, so we have to do that. And those drink tickets and all that kind of stuff, once you go and get identified, my hope is that you're one and done with that because you got a band or something along those lines. But as it was pointed out, the groups of tickets are sold in a bundle of 10. It sounds like beer is going to be $8. Again, we'll reiterate that the barbecue folks are going to maybe have different prices for whatever it is that they're serving, and you're just going to tear off one ticket. Each ticket's $1. So if they tell you it's 5, you're going to give them 5 tickets. And then you'll get your second offering of food or whatever. How big is a sample? I see that in the chat. I can't tell you. I mean,
2 ounces, Bob
2
said.
ounces.
about 2 ounces. Okay. So there you have it. I think I pretty much covered everything I'm responsible for.
Well, that was very helpful.
Charlotte has her hand up. I don't know if that's intentional or no.
Still
Okay.
listening.
I have,
Good.
I have my hand up.
Okay, go ahead,
Jennifer.
On the website under tickets, it says the 16 plus adult tickets include 1 complimentary wine or beer glass, 1 non-premium alcoholic beverage. So how are you going to police that? Just by checking ID and they don't get the complimentary glasses if they're 16, 17, 18?
They can still get the glass.
You
They'll
just
still get the glass.
Okay.
Yeah, they can still have it.
We just won't fill it up unless it's got Coca-Cola in it.
Those who are authorized to get liquor will have wristbands on.
Okay. So that complimentary wine and beer is just the glass. You pay for what you're going to put in it.
No, they get one.
No,
They
they
get-
get 1 free fill
You
up.
get 1 drink.
Okay,
with
1
your-
free fill up. Okay, thank you.
Dwight,
Any
do you
other-
want to talk about the club?
Yeah, can I also add one item to the ticket?
Yeah.
There is also an offering out there. We sent an email out regarding this about
March 10th.
2 weeks ago, on March 10th. That, or when we say the tickets are the 75 and the 45, we are also offering this as a fundraiser to the clubs. So that if the clubs sell tickets to the festival, they can actually get a portion of their sales back as a fundraiser to the club. And the way it works is that, for example, let's say a club has 20 people in the membership. We're saying the first 50% of tickets sold then of the club membership would just be, regular ticket sales. Anything above and beyond that, they receive, I believe it's 20% back of the ticket sales back to the club. So if, let's say, that club that has 20 members sells 40 tickets, 30 of those tickets are actually going to be returning funds back to the club at both the adult and child level. And again, I believe it's at 20% or something like that. So this can also be a great way for the clubs to not only sell tickets, and bring a lot of people, friends and family and stuff like that, but actually turn it into a fundraiser for the club itself.
So how do you monitor that? I mean, if people are going to the website to buy their tickets, how do you know that they're from which club?
What do they do? It is very important when there's a thing on the website when you purchase the tickets that asks how were you referred or how did you hear about the event? You select Rotarian. And then what appears is a drop-down box with all the clubs. And then you actually select the club that referred you. And that's how we're tracking those ticket purchases on the website. So then all those that are referred to, let's say from the Marietta Club, we'd be able to, count those up and then provide the funds back to the club.
Okay.
So it's very important as you are selling these, and you're asking them to go to the website, that you mentioned that they really do want to say they're referred to from a Rotarian, because they also have, they can be referred from a billboard. We're going to be doing radio, we're going to be doing billboard, we're going to be doing flyers. So there's a lot of ways that people can be referred to the club. So it's very important that you have them referred by Rotarian.
Got it.
Dwight, quick question. So I just want to make sure I understand this. let's say our club has 60 members. The first 30 is just 30 members going. 31 and above, whether they're members or non-members, is fine, or can those first 30 be non-members as well? How does that have to do with the club membership number?
The membership number is just like a threshold.
Okay,
So
so
once you
doesn't
achieve
matter who
that
the people
threshold,
are.
it doesn't matter if they're Rotarians that are buying
Okay.
tickets, non-Rotarians, anybody. If you have a membership of 20 members, anything you sell in tickets above 10, you start receiving an amount back. And it doesn't matter who is the person purchasing it. It's just they have to specify that they are referred by a Rotarian and by your club.
Great, thank you.
Dr. Pai, you had a question?
Sorry about that. Yeah, two questions I had. Number one, I think I don't know if there's an opportunity for somebody who wants to pay a larger donation that they can get a kind of a coupon like you guys, when you go on cruise, you get unlimited booze. I don't think anybody is going an alcoholic, they'll drink too much, but I think it's kind of nice to let those who want to come and join and have fun and maybe enjoy more than just one beer. I don't know if there's an opportunity to do that. The other thing was, I was thinking that I don't know if if there's more than 10 members from a 20-member club, I think it doesn't matter if they're Rotarians or not, we should probably get the credit for it.
Yeah.
Yes, you will get credit. It doesn't matter how you get there, Rotarians or non-Rotarians. It's just tickets sold.
It's based on, just the easiest way to say it is, it's based on registration numbers. It doesn't matter if you're Rotarian or not.
Correct.
But the key is they must specify that they're referred by a Rotarian and by your club.
What I was thinking was my club will buy the tickets and sell it to them.
That's absolutely fine. If you want to go ahead and buy, let's say, 50 tickets on the website and then go out and sell them, that's a great way to do it. Because when you buy those 50 tickets, just specify referred by Rotarian and then your club, and you'll get credit for all 50 of those tickets. And you can then sell them yourself.
Yeah.
They're
But
not physical
you'd have to
tickets.
provide us a list of the names of those individuals that you've sold the tickets to, because otherwise we won't have any way, because you don't get a physical ticket. You get an email. So we'd have to have a list of those individuals that you sold the 50 tickets to. Quite frankly, you can do that, but it really would be almost easier from a administrative standpoint, just have each person buy their own tickets.
Okay.
All right, so moving on to another category. Dwight, did you want to go over the entertainment for the event?
I'll be happy to. And again, thank you everybody for attending this. This is a great session here, Dan. Thanks for putting this together. In terms of the entertainment, we have 5 groups of entertainment. I'll cover 4 of them. I'll let Jamie speak to she just wants me to cover all 5. Okay, we have 4 acts that are running, all the 5 acts will be running literally from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. with intermittent awards in between. And the awards are being handled in a very different manner going, this year. So you're not going to be sitting through hours of awards. You'll actually have mostly entertainment. In fact, we even have not only entertainment on the stage, but we're also going to have entertainment during a part of the festival backed by the food trucks. The entertainment is going to consist of one forward motion band, as well as Amy Scruggs, Larry Potter, and then also a person that is a Frank Sinatra tribute person. But the highlight of the entertainment is a group called the One Voice Children's Choir, and they will be coming on stage, I believe, around 2 o'clock, if I remember correctly. And they are a group of youth that are out of Utah. The gentleman that started this he saw a need for kids that were at risk that had musical talents, and he formed this years ago. And they have performed, I mean, they just actually came back from a tour in China. They have performed all over the place. They have performed at the White House. I mean, we heard them at one of the, I think it was a district conference or something. I can't remember exactly where it was. And they will literally bring tears to your eyes. They are just phenomenal. They are absolutely wonderful. And they are going to be the highlight. They will not only be performing at that event, but they have been very kind to offer the possibility of maybe some type of benefit concert beforehand, that we're investigating the possibility of that. But that would be for like a very special group, like let's say veterans or something like that. But at the festival itself, they will be performing, again, I think it's scheduled for 2:00. In fact, the vast majority, 3 of the 5 entertainment acts are Rotarians. So.
Any questions regarding entertainment?
Oh, one last time, if you go to the website, you can actually see a short video of each of the entertainers. And then you can also go naturally to YouTube and see a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, they're actually a pretty cool group. They sing a lot of, I guess, modern songs or whatever. What would you call that? Pop culture songs, I guess.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Bob, for that information. I want to jump over to sponsorships and donation. I know Dwight and Joe Ramos are both working on this, so I don't know if either one of you guys wanted to give a rundown on that.
Yeah, this is Joe Ramos. I just got on here, so it's there's still a lot to be covered, but donations are really pretty important this year. We hadn't really looked for sponsorships in the past, but one thing that's really critical is that we bring in members of the community, and one way of doing that is to have them participate as a sponsor, letting them be part of this event. For example, if we have an auto company, like say Subaru, if they sponsor it, they'll have the entire Riverside and San Bernardino counties Rotarians to be part of this thing, to help them not only promote what we do, but they can see and participate in whatever way they want as part of this community. The one thing that we've done in the past is to have the clubs also be part of this fundraising effort. We'll be getting out more information soon on what this is all about, but again, the fundraising and sponsorship is a pretty critical part of this event. And so we'll be having acknowledgements by anybody who participates and gives funds. And again, we'll be having more information. Dwight, you want to say anything on it?
Well, I just want to mention, Joe, we said it to you that we do have a sponsorship flyer. We're updating the back of the flyer that kind of discusses why you should donate. Please watch your email, and then for probably within the next 24 to 48 hours, you will get a new flyer. This will be sent out to all the clubs to also help, solicit sponsors and things like that. We appreciate any help we can get in identifying sponsors. If you yourself don't want to solicit them, please let us know, and we'll be happy to, follow up for you if you have some ideas. But also just share it with, like your local businesses. Even if you just if you go to your doctor or you go to whatever, you can share it with them and see if they want to sponsor the event. The key here is that all funds raised for this event, all the surplus funds raised, are going to be going towards mental health and helping our youth within the school systems to really, to help youth so that they can deal with the struggles of being a teen, as well as the parents and the teachers, so that they can help identify those that are at risk. So anything we can do to really, help promote promote this would be great. And again, please watch for a new sponsorship flyer that'll be coming out in the next few days.
Any questions regarding sponsorships or donations? All right, next we want to talk about the adult and youth activities. Joe, do you have some information about that as well?
Yeah, this will be pretty exciting. One of the things that we've got, especially for the adult activities, now it isn't adult from from what you normally think adult activities are, but it'll be primarily for families and groups. There'll be about 6 outdoor activities, one of which is cornhole challenges. That's similar to what the youth activities are going to have, but in this particular case, it'll be maybe clubs versus clubs, and we'll have a schedule on when those particular things happen. Could be family versus family, and those sort of things. Another one we have is a giant Jenga. Those of you who played Jenga in the past, it's it's where you start building blocks. I'm sorry, Jamie, did you say something? Oh, okay. And so that giant Jenga will be about 4 feet tall, and it'll be a fun game. Another one is horseshoes, typical one, no explanation there. We have another one that'll be paper airplanes challenge. So we'll have some instructions there for those who don't know how to make paper airplanes, but the idea is to see which airplanes go the furthest. So that'll be a fun thing. Another one is called Flickin' Chicken. And what this is a game where you've got 4 rubber chickens, typical of Rotary. We always make fun of the 4 rubber chickens, but in this particular case, there'll be one per contestant. One of the contestants throws out like a Frisbee pad out as far as they can. And on one side is a +1, and the other side is a -1. And the idea is to land your rubber chicken within 9 throws on this target. If the chicken lands actually on the bullseye, it can be either a +1 or a -1. So again, that'll be sort of a fun game for that. Then we've got bingo. Typically, many of the older Rotarians, want to play this sort of game, so we'll do that. It'll be underneath the tent, so it'll be shaded for many of those who don't want to be in the sun. And one other thing that we're going to be having later on is kind of like a fundraiser. It's called a money dance. That would be dancing with for a $20 donation. You could be able to dance with one of the district governor lines, whether it's Jamie or any of the other 4, and for about 30 seconds. So there'll be about, depending upon the number of songs, there'll be a 3-minute song. You can have up to 5 or 6, dancers, dances per dance. And this will be again a fundraiser. Should be fun. About a half hour. It'll be in between one of the breaks that are going to be occurring at the amphitheater. And again, more information will be coming out on that. So those are some of the activities we're having. Again, it's a lot of fun, trying to get something for everyone. And as far as the youths are concerned, I don't have all of the games for that. I don't know if Lisa's on the line, but if not, again, they're primarily for the younger groups. And they'll also have a cornhole challenge there. And they've got, I can't remember all of the things they have. But anyway, it'll be fun for the kids. Again, the stuff that I'm kind of handling will be fun for the family and for groups. So again, there's something there for everybody.
Joe, were you able to see Judy's face when you started talking about the dance?
No, I have no, as you can see, I'm not, I don't have my video on or anything because I try to I'm not home. So I tried to do it through a telephone and I can't get the group. I have to keep on swiping the screen in order to see the group. But Judy, you'll have fun. Don't worry about it.
I love to dance. I was just surprised. That's what happens when you miss a meeting, man.
Boy, you sure did. No, it'll
I
be
just
fun.
want to know what Richard and I'll be doing while everybody's dancing with Jamie and Judy.
I'll let it dance with Myron.
I'll
Well,
dance with you, Nyron. And by
Yeah,
the way, Joe, you had
Thank
me
you,
at
somebody, for saving me. Thank you, Bruce.
Joe, you had me at Bouncy House.
There you go.
No, the bouncy house are for the kids. I'm glad you reminded me
What?
of.
And if you guys do go on the website, all of the kids' activities, I think most of them are listed already, so you can check those out on the website.
Yeah, and we're working on I have all of the graphics done for the family and the group games. They just need to be on the web. And the one for the money dance, for example, has the pictures of all 5 governor line individuals. And one of the things we'll do is we'll circle which one gets. There'll be a table, people collecting money. You get $20. Which one they want to dance with, they circle it and they give it to the DG line, and they'll be collecting all these tickets, and hopefully it will be a little good fundraiser for that.
See, Judy, I think you were hoping for a dunk tank this year.
Yeah, because it's going to be hot, so dunk tank would be enjoyable, I think.
All right, thank you, Joe, for that information. Do you guys have any questions? Dawn, you have a question?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, with like the cornhole, the Jenga, each game, is there only one, or will we have multiple of those?
They will all be occurring at the same time. So the cornhole, there'll be 2 sets. Most of the other ones will be 1 set. At least that's what we're thinking of right now. Things can change between now and then. After you lay it out, and some of these things will be in under pop-ups, and of course the cornhole and some of the other challenges will be out in the open. But the Jenga will be underneath a pop-up, bingo will be beneath the pop-up, and let's see here.
How many chickens we want to know?
Well, there'll be 4 rubber chickens. Yeah, and the thing is, usually the way the game is played, again, I haven't gotten all the rules yet, but the way the game is played is usually the youngest person playing throws it out, so it doesn't go out too far. Otherwise, a big professional can be able to throw this frisbee out real far. And then you got 4 rubber chickens, and you just throw them any way you can and try to get. If you do it all in one, then you win. The lower this, the lower number of times you get in order to get on the target, you'll is better for you. But then again, this plus or minus 1 kind of screw things up. So if you think you're going to win and you land exactly on the target, it could be a +1 or a -1.
So Joe, are you also doing the toilet seat one?
A toilet seat? No, I haven't heard that game.
That was the one that Chuck was talking about.
No, I hadn't heard that. That was one of the times I guess I must not have been on the one. What is that?
Okay, we'll talk about that one offline. He had a great idea with this one they did up at Idlewild where they had toilet paper and a toilet seat. It was hilarious.
Oh, that might be fun too. No, we've got room, and again, the idea is to have it where people aren't just waiting in line for any particular game. There'll be these 6 going on at the same time, and people will be making paper airplanes. That takes a while to do. Sometimes these planes might go backwards. Who knows? But we'll figure out what the rules are then. But yeah, I'd like to hear more about that toilet paper one, or that toilet one, whatever it's called.
Alrighty.
All right, Jackie, do you want to go through the service project?
Sure. Hi, everyone. So this year we're going to do 4 service projects throughout the day, 1 every hour and a half. It'll be similar to the projects that we do at Ryland Pride. So there'll be a recipient organization. We'll be packing care packages during that hour and a half portion. Each organization, each recipient organization will hopefully be youth-based, and hopefully mental health-based. Jamie sent out an email to everyone. We are looking for sponsorships of the service project. So let's say Palm Desert and who else is here from the desert? Palm Springs and Desert Hot Springs want to sponsor Safe House of the Desert. We would all get together. That would be a $500 sponsorship, and Safe House of the Desert would be the recipient organization. They would have a time slot at the event. So their hour and a half, let's say, would be 10 to 11:30. The organization would come and do a little pitch about why the organization is important to our community, and then the participants at the event would help fill the care packages. We're also going to have handwritten cards, so Rotarians can come by and do a handwritten card. Those will go to the recipient agency at the end of the day. So again, there's 4 slots available. We'd like to see each area of our district represented. So north, south, east, west of our district. So there's a form to fill out for the clubs. If those come directly to me, I'll reach out to the club. We will work with them to pick their recipient organization, and then the items that go into the care package will be specific to the organization. So if it's a home that works with younger kids, those items would be appropriate to a younger group. Again, Safe House of the Desert, those are older kids. So we would pick out things that were specific for that age group or that population. So we'll be sending out more information. Again, Jamie sent the email out, I think 4 days after the first emails went out. So probably the 14th or so. And we'll just keep drumming away, and hopefully we'll get some clubs either on their own or a group of clubs in one area to collaborate together to benefit their organization. And that's it.
Jackie, was that you that was coordinating the buses and everything on text last night?
That was me.
Ryla?
Yep.
Well, thank you. You did an excellent job. Everyone here needs to know that too. Without Jackie, that whole thing would have been a whole mess. But awesome job, Jackie. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that.
All right, so keep checking the chat. I know a lot of information, links and everything have been posted. Judy just posted the service project form information on there, so keep checking that. Next, we have Dawn, who's going to talk about volunteers.
Okay, I just kind of tried to get it going, and I thought since it's going to be a barbecue, I would make that the picture of some beef. And I just started writing a few things like, would I be in charge of volunteers for the beer, the wine, the ticket sales, maybe the games, in charge of that too. And how should I be setting it up per club or just the whole event?
So Dawn, let me jump in just quickly. Service project with the clubs that are going to be participating in that, we're going to ask them to provide their volunteers. We're also going to be working with interactors, and then we're going to need volunteers in the youth activities area. Those volunteers need to be live scanned. And so we'll put that out in some way. And then I'm going to try to recruit some of those volunteers from Ryla and Pride and our youth network of volunteers to help alleviate some of that for you.
Are any of the interactors already live scanned, or this is going to be new to them?
So interactors don't have to be live scanned. If they're over 18, they have to be live scanned. If they're under 18, then they're fine.
Okay.
And I'm again the district youth protection officer, so I will make sure that everybody, the volunteers, knows about the live scan, gets it done appropriately, and that we have a list of live scanned people available at the event if we need it.
Okay, so they can be live scanned on campus on the lot. They don't have to go down and get it done.
No, they would need to be live scanned ahead of the event. We will have someone at the event live scanning, but those aren't automatic, or they're not instantaneous. So you couldn't come to the event, be live scanned and volunteer that day. They would have to be live scanned probably 5 days before the event for us to get it back in time.
Okay.
I have a question, Steve. Dawn, the volunteers. Okay, we bring volunteers in. Are they going to have to pay an entrance fee?
I personally am not in charge of that. I think we have to ask
Jackie?
Dwight.
Oh, in terms of the volunteers, I think there's there's discussions going on that, anybody like volunteering the entire day, I would definitely think they'd be kind of admitted, without, paying an admission fee or something like that. Those that are volunteering maybe an hour or two here, we got to figure out exactly what we're going to do and stuff like that. I would think it'd be something nice, give like, tickets for food or something like that, but still require the admission if you're just volunteering. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. This is something that the committee really needs to discuss. Dawn has raised this in the past, but we've really not had discussions on it yet. So I'm just going to defer that. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, what I was referring to is not so much Rotarians, but Rotaract people and, RILA people. These are kids coming in, and, we're bringing them in to continue their projects. Having them to pay $25, $30, or $50 is a lot of money.
Oh, the RILA individuals and Rotaract, stuff like that, would not be paying a fee to come in. If they're, the Rotaract, Jamie's relaying this to me, the Rotaract and the Interact, especially the ones that are doing like the fundraiser and assisting in the various projects, would not be paying to come in.
Okay. Obviously, you'll work that out in your bulletins and whatever, in the flyers. Okay, thank you.
So I'm still just waiting to see if anybody wants my help. If they want me to make a list of volunteers, or if each club wants to handle it on their own.
So Dawn, I'm gonna raise my hand and say I'm gonna need some volunteers, because I've got a lot of tables and I'm not gonna have people sit there for 8 straight hours. So I need to break my registration team and stuff up into shifts.
Okay. Anybody else?
All right. Barry Simon's got a.
Yeah, I came in late. I apologize. Where and when is the event that you're looking for volunteers?
Where and when is what?
Where and when is the event that you're looking for volunteers?
It's at the Lake Skinner.
I'm
It's
sorry,
the iGNITE Festival, Lake Skinner, June 15th.
June 15th.
Oh.
And you said, where did you say it is?
Lake Skinner.
Sorry, where is that?
That's between Hemet and Temecula. It's going to be the iGNITE Festival, the Lake Skinner. It's in place of like the district conference.
I wasn't sure when. Yeah, okay.
There was emails sent out.
Yeah, there was an email sent out on March 10th that really kind of summarizes this whole thing. And in terms of like where the needs are from a volunteer standpoint, that's still, I mean, each chair really needs to get to Dawn as to exactly what they need in terms of the volunteers. So.
Well, I'm a definite maybe.
Okay.
I'm in Santa Monica. I just got off a call with Dr. Vicky and others from Rotary, and working on my second concert for peace that will be partially benefiting RILA.
Well, that's fantastic.
And I'm also a member of Rotary, by the way.
All right. Well, thank you, Barry, for that information. We appreciate that. Yeah. So Barry, if you want to check out our website, it's got all of the information that you're looking for. So.
Okay. Yeah, I just saw the email about today's meeting, and if I hadn't had the prior meeting, I'd have been here on time.
No worries. Dawn, are you good for your information about volunteers, or is there anything else you want to share?
just good for now. Just I'll need emails, possibly phone numbers from people in your club that want to volunteer.
Okay.
You
All right,
know,
so
Don, you
go
might
ahead.
you might have a like a check-in booth somewhere on site for the day, so that, like, you know, let's say I'm hanging around out there and I've got nothing to do for a couple of hours while my ribs are barbecuing, and I have got a couple hours to help out. I could come over and say, hey, what do you need? Where can I go sit? Where can I help? And I'm sure there'll be a lot of folks there that are willing to do that as well. But not, you know, until we get there, we don't know what we're in for the day. And so, you know, like I said, just to have something on the fly where booth sitters, you know, someone, hey, I need some help in registration, I need some help over here, or something like that. So something that can be fluid, and a volunteer desk where we can all show up at a certain time and give a half hour, an hour, whatever we have.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, District Governor Jamie, do you mind kind of brushing over the awards?
Hi, sorry, I had to take myself off mute. So the awards this year, they're going to be determined very similarly to how they've been done in the past. Ricardo is the chair for that particular area. So he and I will be working on that, and he does have a committee that's working on it. The biggest difference is going to be in how they're presented. We will not be having it where people are going to sit down and listen to awards and so on and so forth. We will have a schedule, which is already actually done for the MCs, when each award is going to be presented. And people, the winners, will gather at the amphitheater stage area, and we will present the award and have a picture taken. So it will be probably somewhere 10 to 15 minutes at the most. And then what we are going to do is all throughout the entire park area, we will be having banners created and put up that will acknowledge all the different awards with all the clubs who have achieved those awards. And one of the major differences is going to be that if, for example, if you met your membership goal for the year, you will be recognized for that. It's just not going to be the top 2, 3, or 4 clubs that are recognized. So that's in a nutshell how the awards are going to work.
Any questions regarding awards? Alrighty, so I'll go into the marketing portion. Obviously, we've talked about the website. The website has a ton of information that everybody here can download information from. You can cut and paste and put stuff into emails or social media. So that's a very useful resource that we're hoping that everybody will utilize. Obviously, we're working on billboards like what I have behind me. Hopefully we can get a contract to put these throughout all of Riverside and San Bernardino County. They'd be on like digital billboards, which you pretty much see all over the place now. We're posting our information to social media through Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. District Governor-elect Judy put together an amazing marketing plan for us to use. So we've delegated all of those items to different people, and the work's already begun. We're just going to start ramping it up from this point on. So what we want you guys to do is to take this information, share it with your clubs. If you see something posted online, share it. Like if you see it on Facebook or any social media, share that information, because that's the only way we're going to get the word out. We're going to try radio, we're going to try TV, but a lot of it's up to us to share this information, not only with our clubs but with our community. So if you have, you could easily print out flyers. The PDF is available. I believe it's on the website and DACDB. Take that information, drop it off anywhere you possibly can. your Chamber of Commerce, community boards, if you can put them up on those, anything. It's easy access. We got QR codes on everything to get that easy access to buying the tickets, or at least viewing the information we have on our website. So the resources are available. You could always reach out to the marketing team if you need something, but the resources are there and easy to access if you guys need anything. So if there's anything else that you guys have questions about marketing related, please let me know and I'd be willing to help.
Dan?
Yes, Jennifer.
I noticed that the website for Lake Skinner really doesn't have any place where you can put up, here's what's coming, what's happening. But the Riverside County Regional Parks has a calendar. Have you guys are going to put something on there or have you been in contact with them?
Yep, that's already in the works.
Yeah, because those are the camper people must pay attention to those sites.
Yeah. Any other questions regarding marketing? Any other questions regarding anything else that was discussed throughout this meeting? No? All right, so number one, I apologize for the confusion with the Zoom. That's the first time that's happened. I used the same Zoom meeting invite and something got messed up, but it is what it is. I thank you guys for at least trying to get on as hard as you could. I'm glad you guys can make it. If you missed the first half or any portion of it, it's all been recorded. I will be posting that on YouTube, which is another resource where I'll be posting videos regarding this event as well. So yeah, so please check that out if you guys need some more information about this event. Otherwise, watch for those emails. There's a whole drip campaign coming. So you will get a lot of email information, but it's all good information and it's all information we want you to share. So thanks again for coming out tonight. I appreciate everybody. And I hope you guys got a lot of information, useful information tonight. All righty. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you,
for
Dan.
joining.
Thanks,
No
everyone.
problem.
Thanks, everyone.